Welcome back, everybody. So you probably or hopefully saw Ashley's.
Yeah, if you didn't watch my video, how come? Is it because she's not in it? Because, I mean, that's understandable.
No. So she did her solo for a few reasons.
She didn't want to do it with me.
No.
I was also the least prepared, and she was like, yours is going first.
So this is also Ashley is way ahead of me when it comes to sewing projects. So she knows more what's going on, and this is me trying to, catch up where she's level at.
I talked a little bit in my video. If you haven't noticed, I have a hard time having a clear train of thought and continuing my thoughts. So I didn't fully explain my sewing experience. So I told you I made the Mary Alice costumes and a couple other costumes. I've made some clothes like pajama pants. Basically, my mom taught me how to sew and use a sewing machine when I was younger, so I already had a basic background. And then in the fabric design class that we were in, that really helped too. I think I definitely had a leg up in that class. I know she was having a much harder time with it than I would. But even though I'm not even close to professional. If professional is level 50, I'm probably a level 2.
Still better than me. But yeah. So what I did was, first I haven't even said it yet. But I'm doing a Margot outfit. Show the pictures.
Explain who Margot is.
From The Magicians. I really like her because of her attitude.
I love Margot.
Really,
she's a badass.
She won't take nothing. And her character is complex, which I like. She's not one. There's many layers to her. Anyways, she has this one outfit. Obviously, you're seeing pictures on the screen that I really like, and I think it wouldn't look too bad on my body type either, because that was also the thing, right? When you're looking to do costumes, you're also looking about, okay, how would this look on my body? Because obviously her body is different from my body, Ash's body is different from mine, so it's what looks best.
And also, just to piggyback off of that, if you're a cosplayer or if you've always wanted to do cosplaying and you see a character and you're like, I'm too big to play that character, or I'm too thin. Basically, don't think of it that way.
No.
You can play whoever. You are
Absolutely.
dressing up as you are taking another character on, kind of like a method of acting. Basically, when you're trying to figure out if it fits your body, basically figure out that costume and then figure out a way to warp it and reconfigure it so it does flatter your be.
Yeah, but just because of our level of experience, just trying to make it a little bit easier. But you definitely do be whoever you want to be. It really doesn't matter about body shapes. It's about how much you enjoy the character.
Don't
how much you love the character.
Don't be trapped by your meat prison. Explore the realm of possibilities.
Yeah, be whoever you want to be. Obviously, I am not Margot's body shape whatsoever. Ashley's way closer to her body shape, but she has a lot of curves and she's quite small looking. I don't know, I haven't met her in person. But
I don't know how tall she is in person.
But when I knew that I really like the Magicians and I really like the outfits that they have, they're really especially the fillery ones.
They're very whimsical and magical, very out of this realm because, I mean, it doesn't take place in this realm. It is very magical theme as the Magicians. It's in the name.
But Margot wears a lot of tight-fitting stuff, and that's not something that I'm into personally. Mm-hmm. But this one outfit has a lot of layers, and I would feel comfortable wearing it. And I feel with both of us combined working on it, I feel it would be flattering, hopefully, to my body.
That's why we'll take measurements.
Take
measurements, write them down, know what you're working with.
So after I was talking to Ashley and we were discussing how many pieces she actually has towards her costume, which is a lot because every time I looked at the picture, I discovered a different part of the clothing, and I would go, I didn't even see this. It blended in and stuff. So she has a lot of pieces. She has the pants, the boots, this dress shirt, long shirt. Then she has the corset. Then she has a brown vest, and then she also has the scarf hood things. And then the long piece over it.
So basically, one of our first steps is that if you saw the last video where I showed you the sketches that I had made beforehand, we're going to be doing that again. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be making sketches with each individual piece, so we know all the layers. So we can be like, okay, here's this, and then here's this, and then here's this. We could even do it on like transparent paper to like hold it over each other, or we can just do it on the sketch form. So basically just dissect each and everything, because once you dissect all of the individual pieces, you dissect that piece further to figure out what like shapes of what shapes of fabric you need, how you need to make the pattern. And again, that's also going to like depend on the material that you use, because different material is you work with in different ways.
I don't know if you mentioned this in the Couture one, but I feel like my hardest part for this Margot outfit.
I didn't mention anything about your costume.
No, on yours. Did you mention what was hard? What was going to be the hardest part?
Yeah, for me, one of the most complicated parts I think will be is because it's off the shoulder. So it's going to be interesting trying to figure out how to keep it up, because it's very long and like a floaty. So I feel like it's going to drag down a lot. So try to figure out how to keep that up. And also the hood piece is not attached. Mm-hmm. So it's like a hood that like attaches to like maybe the front, but it doesn't in the back, which is very strange. So
I couldn't say, but it looks like it connects. No?
No.
Not even in the front?
I said in the front.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it looks like it connects in the front.
It looks like it connects like under the medallion like shell thing. Yeah. That's what I'm going to assume, and that's where I'm going to have to do it, just because, you see, works of fiction, that's also something different, taking something from, like, at least hers is, like, you can see, like, it is possible in real life, because it's an actual costume. I'm pulling something from a cartoon, which is, like, you have to take their animated elements and try to transform them and figure them out and how they would work in person.
I feel
and obviously our laws of physics are a lot different than in the Avatar world.
I think when it comes to cartoons, it's about how flowy the things are, because things in cartoons or animes are so flowy, and we just don't have like.
Because I was talking about how I think I probably need like a medium weight fabric, like not something that's too light, like an organza, or like anything too thin. But I was also like, something that Couture probably would have used is probably like a burlap or like a heavy thing. Sure. But I think because that's going to be a wicked heavy costume and just like too stiff, so I'm thinking probably like a mid-weight like cotton, something that's like still floats very easily but still has like the form. So why don't you talk about like what types you think yours is going to need?
Well, first of all, what's really hard I think is going to be about Margot's outfit is that when I'm looking at patterns, it's not something that you're going to have to make the pattern potentially, or like you'll see in a second that I look through patterns that I could transform into something else. So like have a base, because obviously we're newbies. So like this, like if I find a pattern, it would be a base that I would just go off of and just alter slightly.
Yeah. So that is what I did with your Zuko robe costume. I found like this bathrobe pattern. I think that's what it was. I think it was some sort of bathrobe that I basically modified and customized into something that would make her shape, like made it longer, made the different shapes, and but yeah, continue.
So for the costume, so besides the patterns, obviously, working around, this is gonna sound weird, my boobs, I feel like it's gonna be a little difficult, because they're almost like differently shaped in different bras that I have, because they're big. So whichever we measure in, any
bra or any boob.
Yeah, but whatever I measure in, it's gonna make it hard because of her dress thing, shirt thing. Obviously you don't want it too tight and snug, and you don't want it too loose. It's obviously people who are shaped like me will understand. It's like getting that flattery to it, because I find it really hard with shirts that are like collared like that because of the flattery to it. Either like you try to button it and obviously it fits, but the button is like skewed because of your boobs, or
you gotta have like a little peephole,
or it's like too tight, or it's too loose and it makes you look bigger than you are just because you have big boobs. And the other part is obviously the outer one, the long thing with the headscarf thing. I think that's also going to be really difficult to figure out how to do, especially with the material. And I think the headscarf thing, because I think it's attached to the outer one, but not attached to the brown one inside. Like, it's two different things. So I don't know. Besides that,
I think a good starting point for you with like the whole like bra boob thing is to find kind of that shape that you would want. So find one that you think would be comfortable and you think would work with the costume, and then build it around that. I mean, not build the whole costume around your boobs, but like for when you're working, when you're working on that one piece, find the shape that you want that costume to be.
Yeah, because I feel like that's just going to be difficult, because I feel like on different days, my bras fit differently.
Yeah.
So, because like I feel like the bra I'm wearing today fits me well, but on other days I feel like it doesn't. So, like,
people watching who do not have breasts, it is a complicated world.
It is.
Whether you have small ones, big ones, bras are a pain in the ass to find that fit
because
like,
Ashley
properly.
can even say this. It's hard for her too with clothes sometimes because of the flattery. It's all about the flattery. It's no matter what size you have, it can be quite frumpy. It can be quite difficult. Because most of the shirts I have, they like go over and then it's like a curtain, right? So then I always tend to look bigger than I am, just because I don't like things that like form directly over it either. It's a difficult world. Girls, you understand. Men, you need to understand.
So basically, you'll probably want to do some like princess stitches, something that like takes it in like on the side or something to make it a little bit
Probably.
like more flattering, fit the curves, but also do it so it's not too tight, so you can actually get in and out of it.
My goal is also when I'm making this costume is if I gain a little or lose a little, it's still gonna fit.
And the nice thing about your costume is that it looks very comfy and like easy, like has a lot of like room to give, but also isn't like crazy baggy.
Yeah. Because with her is also, that was the thing, it's also a comfort level about what I'm comfortable in. And because of all the layers and stuff, I think it's going to be difficult, but it's definitely going to give me the comfort that I like when it comes to things. And that's important, because this is going to be like my first like costume.
Confidence comes from comfort.
Yeah.
Whether that's like from like a costume or just your everyday normal look, wear what you're comfortable in, and that's when you're going to be most confident.
Yes. But also it's okay to push a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, definitely wearing costumes is not something that I do because I don't like to be in front of camera. Ashley's way more used to it.
Even I'm not good at it. I'm an anxious wreck, like, all the time.
But she's way more comfortable than I am when it comes to that realm. So this even is, like, a further step. And I like it because you can tell this is not everyday wear. But also I could get away with it if I really wanted to.
You could, yeah. So... Mine I could not. They'd be like, who's this, like potato sack goddess walking by?
So when I started, obviously I started looking at patterns because I don't know what size I am, so these are just things that I was thinking of, but obviously I can click on them. So I
haven't seen any of her pattern pieces yet.
No. So obviously I was thinking of the long outer piece, and I was looking at capes because it's kind of close to one, obviously without the sleeves, and it's got like a scarf thing.
Pull up a picture of yours so I know what I'm thinking of, because again, it's hard to keep track of what you're talking about.
This was like the first thing that I found, just because I was thinking of her slits right here, in the like this. I'm like, okay, then I just have to stitch a scarf on, things like that. So that was my first look. My first look was just going to costumes, right?
It looks like Egyptian vampire.
Yeah, oops. Anyways, so then after that, I started looking at shirts. So her shirt, I keep calling it a shirt dress thing because it's obviously longer than a shirt, but it's not quite as long as a dress, but it has the shirt like collared buttons here that she rolls up, so we have to make sure like the sleeves are loose.
I wouldn't even like call it a dress. I call it more of a shirt with tentacles, because it is like a shirt that just like comes down to like waist, and then like the front like zipper part or whatever like goes down, and then it's just like different like slitted pieces that go around. So it's definitely like you cannot get away with it as a dress. You would need some like pants or something under it, or else you're showing everybody everything.
No, so then I went to looking to something that was close to that, because I'm like, okay, I can always cut the slits and make it longer.
I think that would be easy to modify to add the length and the different slits,
just like
whatever.
the slits.
It's a line.
Obviously I'm going to rewatch the episode and get as many pictures and screenshots as possible. But this is just my first initial research going. I was obviously looking at this, right? Because this one's got that to it. But I was just, casually looking at these, like, pieces, trying. And I also looked at pants real quick, but I think the pants will be pretty simple.
The pants honestly look like joggers.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they got a fancy little, like...
Yeah, clips.
Button-up nub.
So it looks like either she can let it go potentially to her ankles, or she rolls it up like that.
It's very Tusken Raiders vibe.
Yeah.
From Star Wars.
So I was just, looking around, trying to find things. Like this, I thought was kind of close. You just got to add the button. Then I found this one. It's called a mini dress. The only difference is the sleeves, right?
And there's also, like, this fitted bit. Like, I'm going to touch the mouse a little bit because I can't see what I'm pointing to. Like, right here is kind of fitted, but also at the same time you wouldn't see it with the belt.
That's also kind of my concern. See, it's right underneath her boobs. That is also a concern.
So you might be able to just get away with just having it loose and baggy and not fitted, and then that belt will do the fitting for you.
So things that we'll be, obviously looking at. So I also found this right here, that I thought we could alter. Look at that. It's got the wrap. It's not quite as long, but that's easily fixed, and you just gotta, be careful. Just don't have the sleeves like that.
Yeah, we'll have to, I think we need to watch this episode and just see how she moves in it. I think for that, you could use some, heavy-duty, linen.
Yeah.
I think that would be, a thin, thick, linen or,
So, the problem with her thing is finding a pattern that looks like that, unless I sew together the individual things, which I don't want because you can tell that.
I think you'll be able to find something with that type of pattern.
This is customizable. See? Customizer.
Interesting. So that's going to get expensive.
So you can customize that. So that's what I have open and I was looking at real quick.
I think, what is that, Joann's? I think we need to go to Joann's in person and see what they have.
That's the plan.
I wish there was more local places around here that had
the only difference is it wouldn't go so low on the crotch.
It wouldn't be that low at all. They're like normal height pants.
But they got the bagginess around the legs. So this is also a shirt that I found because it's got kind of like the sleeves and the bagginess going on. The only problem is the neck, which I thought would be easily fixed.
Possibly. Here, let's move this closer. I can't see, girl.
I think definitely
like an odd cuff.
Because her cuff on her sleeves, right? Or obviously it looks fitted, but then it looks like she can roll it up easily and it's still baggy. And then she's also got wraps around her wrist. Well, the wraps are easy. Ashley knows how to do that. She did those with her Couture ones. So I'm sure she could teach me.
This is a little bit different.
A little different, but I'm sure. Or I'll just have to wrap it and tie it every time. Yeah. But yeah, I was just looking at anything potentially that, because I thought it would be easier to, fix the pattern a little bit versus make a whole new one.
It all depends on which piece you're gonna do too, because we did learn how to make pattern pieces. Basically, we just take a piece of muslin and shape it around like a mannequin or her body.
See, that's where I was completely lost. He had to come over and do every step with me, and I still don't understand.
See, that part was actually pretty easy for me. I figured I'm a very visual learner, so if I see it, I'm good. But basically, you fit it and shape it and pin it in the shape, and then you trace that shape because, you can pay just look down at your clothes. You have these the seams. I don't have a seam there. You have seams on your clothes that are basically the different pieces of the material that are put together and sewn together. So basically they're basically puzzle pieces that you sew together to make clothes, and you figure out the shape of each of the pieces that you need and how they fit together and how they form together. It's basically just gonna be I think the shirt wouldn't be too hard to create one, at least the front of it. The sleeves might be a little bit more. We might need help looking at a pattern for a basic idea, but basically find one that's close enough and adapt it.
We were talking even about just buying the pants and even having to do the bottoms, because those pants do exist places. The
only thing is, because of the height of, because I'm gonna show my leg a little bit. I don't know if you can see it or not, but the button is kind of so it's, hair.
Can't
in
even
my
see what you're
foot.
pointing at.
Is this entertaining for you guys? I'm getting my stretches in for the day. Basically, the pants were kind of, you can easily show the picture on the screen, too.
Yes,
I don't know why I'm
here
doing
it
this.
is.
But it was kind of like up here where the rest of it flowed down here, so it is at an angle.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just take pants and, like, try to pin it up, the rest of it's going to follow with it, depending on how loose it is. You would need to make basically like a bell-bottom type, so the bottom stays where it's supposed to be. So you might
All
just have
things-
to, like...
All things to think about, obviously.
Yeah.
So I thought this was getting kind of close-ish, right? Because of the flow. Obviously, have to fix the sleeves and make this a little bit longer.
I think we just need to go and observe what her actual outfit is and watch it in motion before we can even figure out that piece, because you think it's like a vest thing. I think it's just like a drape over thing.
Yeah,
So we'll just
that's
have to...
definitely where we...
That's what we just
Not
have to
sure
figure
about.
out how it has to work, because that's a major piece of the costume.
Real quick, we can watch... I'm not sure if I can include the audio or the clip, but you can get us, like,
I mean, we can always watch it come to a conclusion, pause the camera, and then turn it back on once we figure it out. That way we don't have to worry about, like, any copyright stuff.
So we may or may not cut this clip. So I guess if we do cut it, we'll see you. But I'll leave this in case we can for commentary
Okay.
while talking. So the easiest clip to find with her in this outfit, if you guys wanted to take a look, is she's singing "Here We Go Again."
And this is gonna have spoilers, so if we do
Yes.
include this and you have not watched what season is this? 2, 3, 4? 4?
Second to last.
Second to last season. It's very late in.
Yes.
So this will be kind of a spoiler.
If we can leave it in for sure. But I'll leave this going just in case I can. It's probably the best view of her back we're gonna get. But yeah, see, look, so there's the
turned upside down.
there's the hood
Mm-hmm.
that's down. And then look, it's a complete back.
So it's kind of like a biblical looking thing, you know, like the ones that they put in for like
yeah.
Moses costumes and stuff.
But you see what I mean why I think it's one piece? Because here's her slit, like, for her arms right here.
Mm-hmm.
There's the hood, and it completely covers her back. It's like a huge piece.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's very long. It's very flowy.
Yeah.
Because as you saw, she was walking, it was, like, kicking up with her.
Oh, she's also like, I'm going out. I got things to do.
But yeah, that's why I think it's more than what you said it was.
It definitely has a back. Like.
Conclusion is it's definitely a back. It's not just something I feel like it's like
Yeah.
pre-made, not something that she just like, you know,
Well,
did her.
everything's pre-made.
Well, you know what I mean. Not something that was, you know, just like a piece of fabric that she just like.
Here's this piece of like sail I ripped off a shipwreck.
Yeah.
I just fashioned this into something.
That's why I definitely think it's like.
No, her clothes are deliberately meant to be clothes.
Yeah, so it looks like the hood and scarf is just attached to it, but that's not like the whole thing.
So then, what was like the other hooded scarf thing you were looking at?
That's so when she takes that off, that's underneath it.
So she has 2 scarves on?
Isn't that weird? I thought that was weird.
I don't know. Where's the other picture? Your phone is over here.
Yeah, I thought it was weird too. Episode? Let's find out what episode it is, guys.
Season 5, episode 13.
Whoa!
Look
Yeah.
at all that.
And here I was. I thought it was just a simple little vest.
She's
My
got a full
God.
like cape with like tears.
Look at that. Look at that gathering. Is that a hood?
I think that's a hood.
Oh.
That's gonna be complicated.
Why does she have so much? That doesn't go underneath the orange one though, right?
I didn't see it
Because
because
I call it orange, but
it's
you
brown
know,
and tan.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Because I think if it did, it would be like hanging out behind it because it wasn't that long. It wasn't dragging behind her feet when she was walking. So she probably has on like, probably has this thing like in her bag or something, and that's like a thinner layer for like during the day.
So is there an option not to do? But what about that vest thingy that we saw though? Because it goes like casually over her boobs, and it looks like she could like close it.
It
if
had
she
that
wanted
little
to.
corner up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I didn't see that on this one, so it might be something different.
Why does she have so much? Where are you putting all these pieces? Look, and it looks like it has a tie. So I guess I gotta decide which version I want, that or the...
So she still has it, but I think it might be something separate because you could see it in the other outfit too.
Oh, it is.
Wait, pause.
Ah! Just do...
So you could either do the striped one or you could do this one.
But she definitely, this vest is in it in all of them. That I do know.
Yeah, that one is in all of them. Shouldn't be
Well,
too
look at
hard.
that cape. It's got a...
But it doesn't look like it buttons it up at all.
No.
So it just like looks like one of those like fashion vests.
Yeah, it's a fashion vest because when you look at the pictures that you guys have seen, it goes all the way down to her ankle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very close to the overtop one that she has. The only difference is it doesn't have a hood and a scarf.
Mm.
And it has more like this, too. It's more boxy.
This is kind of like a similar shape to the robe I made.
Mm-hmm.
Your Zuko robe.
I didn't know she had this many, like, pieces. So, obviously, if I go just... So, I think I would want to make the scarf, that extra scarf regardless, so that if I did go to a convention wearing it and I took it off, I could still have the scarf and look still like her. But I guess it's questionable if we want to make that long garment.
A robe fit for a king.
Why is she wearing that? I never knew that.
Listen,
all the pictures that I looked at her, I never saw that in any of them.
High King Margot has an extensive fashion taste.
Jesus Christ. It's very cool though. Isn't that like burlap or something?
It's gotta be like a thick linen. I think like her whole outfit is like a variety of like different linens.
Cottons, probably, if you think about what Fillory is. She
Definitely
doesn't. Where did it go?
Wait a minute. Wait. Wait.
When did she take it off?
Wait a minute. Wait.
So she only had it for that bit. Did she like pass out or something?
I mean, this whole thing is a fever dream, so.
Look, has it on.
And there's no denying that it was gonna cover her whole like
off
back.
It's off. Maybe she was tripping in it and they had to take it off.
Maybe, but that's like some major like continuity, because that is definitely gone. But now you can see like all like the back layers.
Look how long that scarf is.
So it's like flipping over the shirt. Here's what the vest is.
It splits,
so there's
like right here.
Slit to and then it looks like it looks like two parts in the back.
Yeah, that's what it kind of looks like.
And then here's her pants, black shirt, and then then what's this? So this is her scarf too.
That's her scarf, yes. Ooh, look at the gathering back there.
It looks like she's wearing her the long one, but then again maybe not because
that's not the long one. That's the vest.
So is it just like it has like those weird like curtain?
So the vest.
We'd have to consult our book for this.
I quote unquote call it a vest, but it's because the vest is that. See, it's that. Yeah. So it's like I said, it's very similar to her outer piece.
Oh, back.
Ah! Should screenshot.
I paused it. Why did it not pause?
Yeah, see, it looks like there's almost like an underneath layer. Yeah, see, so it splits at the butt, at like mid-back.
Might want to do like a screenshot or something of this.
Well, we have this on recording. So.
Oh, okay. So, our next steps. Sketching out all of our layers.
Definitely gonna need assistance with that one, because now I'm even more like, oh my god.
I'm definitely gonna have a lot fewer layers, because I just have to do the red top, and the main shape.
And then
do
you
like
need sandals.
360s. Yeah, I don't know what she was wearing. I'd have to try to find
those sandals.
Look at her feet. But and also the hood and the hat. Probably gonna have to find a hat because we can't basket weave. I'm not learning that. So we'll have to check out a few like vintage like antique places or just like random costume places.
We should
It's
go to
March.
Snap.
No, it's April right now, so like Halloween places don't exist at the moment. Yeah, we should go to Snap. There's some places downtown that I want to check out that are new and like have like random stuff.
This will be different days. So like tomorrow, for example, we're gonna go to Joann's.
Yeah. Is there one in Manchester or is it only Methuen?
Beats me. And a different day would potentially be Snap. Potentially. Don't know if we'll ever make it down there.
We can try and record our trip to Joanne's. Is your GoPro work? That way it's less bulky and easier to conceal.
Well, the blue camera's not awful.
Okay, you can be in control of recording.
I mean, once again, it's not like we'll be disturbing anybody.
No.
I can record with my phone, too.
Yeah, probably phone would be easiest.
We'll see. But, if you guys have any advice, that would be nice.
Some costume making tips.
Tricks. If you know somebody that made a Margot costume or a Couture costume, and they know what's up, you should let us know.
Or let us know I think we already did this question in a podcast, but what would you cosplay as? What's a costume you've always been dying to wear that you never thought you would be able to find or make?
Because I gotta say, when I was looking at Margot costumes, I put in cosplayers, to see how they constructed it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one person with this outfit, but it wasn't even like the full outfit.
Yeah.
It looks like she just like bought things and just put it together. No shame in that.
No.
No shame at all. I'm just saying that
easy way.
I was just trying to see.
Easier. Sometimes it's hard to find things that match for like certain outfits.
I was just trying to see if I could, because if you find cosplayers, you can usually see how they construct it just by pictures.
That's what I did. Referencing again back to the Zuko robe. I found one single like cosplayer photo that I kind of like referenced and looked at for anybody.
Definitely,
like, okay, so this is what it would look like in real life.
Definitely makes things easier. But this is gonna be our vlogs for a little bit. Obviously, there'll be breaks because we're not gonna be able to do everything every single week.
Yeah, so it's not gonna probably be like costume on costume on costume.
No.
Because like schedule wise, we're not gonna be able to do much like next week. I know because of work. But so it'll probably be broken up like some other like little like casual, just fun, gamey type of vlogs.
What we usually do.
Yeah.
But,
So expect these more frequently.
Yes.
And then, depending on how this goes, maybe we'll try to make something else.
If we're not exhausted.
Not
Thing
right
is,
away.
Though, right?
It's
making
also
these
expensive.
It's making these costumes, but then it's like, where am I going to wear them to because of COVID? Yeah. Well, definitely, what we'll do, especially when we're finished, we'll do photo shoots. And we can record us doing the photo shoots.
Yeah.
And guys, I really want to cut and dye my hair, but when it's like almost the same length and same color, and I want to cosplay as her, I'm going to have to...
I really want to dye my hair the dark brown again because it's starting to fade, as you can see. But I'm like, do I really want to spend it on 3 bottles of dye? Because my hair is very long
It took 2
right
last
now.
time, and it was shorter. It was like...
My hair is like down to my hips now at the longest points. But I might just like say screw it and do it anyways just because I want to.
It's nice because
I'll probably need help.
Her hair's curly too, and I obviously got that going on. But thanks for watching. I hope you guys will like our little sewing series.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm excited for the end product. I'm not so excited to get the, like the middle making part. Not so excited
it's like
for
food
that.
for me. Like, oh god, I can't wait to eat. But then it's like, oh, I have to make something.
Yeah, and then
I just never do. So I just go hungry.
And now,
here's
the thing: by doing these first 2 intros, we have no choice but to do it now. We can't back down. We put this on the internet. We'll be
us
wimps.
Accountable.
I mean, it may take us a while to get through it to them and do it, just because of scheduling and trying to get out.
And you'll have to find time to come over to my house to sew.
Because our plan is to cut, the patterns and whatever here, go to her house and sew.
So my machines are heavy and hard to move.
Also, we don't want her dog eating pins because she for sure would take pins.
She didn't last time, but she was a pain in the butt.
Taffy just likes attention. So
she chewed my shoe the other day. So that sandal's gone now.
So to protect Taffy, we're gonna cut and pin and stuff here. So at Ashley's house.
Yeah, even though pins are still gonna be all over the place then. But we'll see.
It would be more together.
Even Obi, both of them, whenever you lay something out on the ground, they're like cats. They come over and plop right on it.
Luckily, he doesn't. He just sleeps on the couch. So as long as we keep the couch here, we're all set.
I think, because yours gonna be very long. Mine, obviously, full length. So we're gonna stretch it out. So we might have to move the couch.
Well, as long as we have the couch available for him, that's all that matters.
Yeah, we can put it out by the door. He can look out the
window.
window.
Well, last time when we did our Just Dance video, he wasn't in it because we put the couch out in the basement and he just slept on it and he didn't care. Like, as long as his couch is available, he's good.
Yeah. So anyways, that's details you don't care about.
Details.
We'll see you in the next one where we will have our sketches done. Hopefully, will be.
I mean, no, because tomorrow we're going to dance. I don't think I'll have time to sketch tonight.
We at least need to make, like, a list of, like, what we're looking for.
Yes. Eventually I know, but I'll write it down.
So you'll need to, like, at least list out all of your pieces and
yes.
what type of thing they need, so you don't have to, like, constantly pull out your phone. But you can do that if you want.
Yes.
Mine's much simpler.
But, so we'll definitely be going out tomorrow.
Sorry.
Which will be going out next Wednesday. If there's anything you want us to see in vlogs, let us know. If you want a second Just Dance, let us know as well.
We're dragging this on too long. Bye, subscribe,
share, comment.
You keep dragging it out.